Boots.
Think back to dreamy 1993. I was 1 year old when the original Link's Awakening came out on Game Boy, so as you can imagine I didn't play it on release. My first game console on my own was actually much later. It was a Game Boy Advance SP, and although I did use that to play pre-owned copies of Oracle of Ages and Seasons, amazing games, Link's Awakening is actually a black spot in my history as a Zelda fanboy, being the only game in the mainstream Zelda series that I haven't played. So, as you can imagine, I thought about the original a lot, and I was incredibly excited when a remake was announced. Now the day has finally come. I was expecting a reinvention of such an old game to at least feel sort of like a Game Boy game, but it doesn't. Playing Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch feels brand new. It plays like a fresh 2019 release, and although it's worlds away from the gameplay of Breath of the Wild, it feels just as marvellous. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is a little strange in many ways. First off, it's not based in Hyrule, but in an entirely unique island that's never featured again. It's called Koholint. There's also no Princess Zelda in this game, and the role is instead filled by the fair songstress Marin. After landing on Koholint Island with a bad case of amnesia, you need to collect 8 instruments from around the island, crack open the giant egg on top of the mountain, and hope that the windfish inside will be able to help you get off the island and make it home. I have to say that this game is an astounding pleasure to play. Everything from the cutesy minifigure graphics to the sounds is designed perfectly to set off that joy chemical in your brain. I will never tire of swinging the sword, throwing bombs or racking up rupees. If you're fresh off the Breath of the Wild train, you probably won't find any puzzles here that will stump you like the shrines did. It didn't take long to figure out how to solve the challenges of most dungeons, but it takes enough thought that you still kinda do feel engaged. A new addition to these games is a neat feature, but kind of poorly implemented. It's called Chamber Dungeons. Basically, you can take any room from a dungeon that you've cleared in the past and use it as an ingredient to sort of create your own dungeon based off a collection of fixed layouts. I really wanted to love it, but it's actually kind of tedious. And considering how right they got it when they made Mario Maker, it makes the implementation of this even more disappointing, like wasted potential. In terms of how the Switch handles this masterpiece, some people have reported experiencing some choppiness while exploring the open world, but I have to say, for me, I played the game on my TV and it ran totally smoothly. There wasn't any lagging that I remember, but then again, I might have had a very forgiving eye based on my emotional connection to the Zelda series. I'm going to give this game 5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, it's a joy-filled gaming experience that I would recommend to anyone, and I really can't tell you anything I hate about it. Even the chamber dungeons are just more boring than they are bad. And as an entirely optional feature, it doesn't feel like it can be a genuine criticism of the main game. Pick this one up, you're going to have a whale of a time with it. What's your favourite Zelda game? Let us know in the comments below, and for all the latest games and movies, visit us in-store or at webuy.com. See you next time!